Hello, greetings from Snoqualmie in Washington, and this is my last full day here with Mom and Dad. So, wanted to give a little bit of an update on the time here and a little bit of a report on various ministry things as well. See if I can keep the dogs from coming and jumping in my lap and knocking everything down. I've got my laptop here with my checklist so that I get everything covered. We went walking every morning except Sundays. So we go to a park about 5 minutes from here. And when I first got here, Dad was doing a 3/4 of a mile loop, and Mom would do a full mile loop. And I would go with Dad, and it was a good time. Beautiful park. We would see we'd see elk and cattle and llamas and whatever, different various things. A lot of animal life, but also beautiful plant life. Here, let me show you what it's like here. Most of you have seen this, but you can, since I'm doing it on WhatsApp, I can flip the camera around while I'm doing the video, which is a really neat feature. So Mom's plants are everywhere, and she comes out regularly and gives them tender, loving care. Dad's strength has been deteriorating in his legs, and annoying to him and sad, but he just can't figure out why, but that's what's happening. So in this week, we decided to switch the path that he was taking, and so now he's doing a 1/4 of a mile. Mom does the full mile, he does a 1/4 of a mile, and that seems much better. He ends in much better shape, so that's where he is right now. I got a bunch of errands done with Mom, often going out walking and taking the car and doing things. And then had some friends, meals with friends here as well. Gave out a number of Inner Peace. Let me show you the Inner Peace booklet, which is the little salvation booklet. And some of you are aware of it, and I think some of you have it. And I'd like to give them out. I took one back today. A young Mexican lady, served us yesterday for breakfast at a restaurant. And I asked her if she wanted English or Spanish, and she said, I think I'd prefer Spanish. Well, I didn't have it, so I went back today and gave it to her. And promised to read it, and yeah, just another opportunity to get out the gospel. So I think I just swallowed some of this floating white stuff. Anyway, okay. Was able to preach at Foundation Baptist Church the first Sunday here, and that was enjoyable. And then I've been able to work on some projects. There's a lot of downtime with Mom and Dad, and so I've got some exercise. I've done my running every day, but then I was able to finish the video reading of the prophecy book, The Wonder of Prophecy, but the Spanish version, which is this one. And so I just read all the chapters. I think there's 31 chapters. I've been doing it for about 2 months, and I finished it while here. I wanted to finish it and get it over with, so now it's all on YouTube in a playlist, and older people who maybe can't read well or for whatever reason, they can go online and they can get the book read sort of informally with some comments here and there. So I got that project done, which took some time, but I was able to get that finished. And then I am almost finished with the main project that I wanted to get done here, which is this booklet that we put out years ago. We've been using it off and on for the last 20 or 25 years for discipleship. It's called First Steps. I mentioned it earlier. We would just photocopy these and make them into like a booklet. But I wanted to publish it and to expand it. This was very skeletal, very little. So I've worked on that. I've put in, well over 20 hours on expanding the 10 lessons, and I'm almost finished. So did over 100 questions that go with it. So it's kind of it's a book that it can be used for discipling with someone, but also you can hopefully give it to a person who's interested in knowing what Christians believe, and it would also serve to be a book that would introduce them to some of the basic doctrines, salvation, of course, and other doctrines. I was happy to get that almost done. Back in Spain, there have been a number of things. The twins there organized an overnighter for our young ladies, and they had, I think it was 7 or 9 at the farmhouse overnight, a Friday to Saturday. Had some good Bible studies, some, what do you call them, manualidades, I can't remember the name. Anyway, chores that you do with your hands. I can't think of the word in English. And so they did some of those different projects and just had a ball. They did s'mores and so forth. So it was an excellent first kind of overnighter, and I think they want to do more because the girls really, really liked it. So that the ages were basically juniors and teenagers. And then my coworkers organized a couples activity for married couples at church last Saturday. And I think there were 13 of the couples made it. Had an interchange supper. Everybody brought supper and from their country, and there's a whole bunch of different countries represented. So that was went over very, very well. And so thanks to our coworkers for organizing that. While I've been gone the last week, today is, what's the day, Wednesday? My sister-in-law, Becky, Mimi's twin, went over to Spain to be with her, help her with the grandkids and have fun, and they had a blast. Well, Becky is right now in the air over the Atlantic heading back to Greenville, South Carolina. So that was wonderful that she could make it, at least for a week. Went by like lightning, but they enjoyed themselves thoroughly. And let's see what else. We have family members coming and going like nuts for the next few weeks, which is good, obviously, but it's going to be quite hectic. It's going to be like JFK or something, airport, because for a total of 4 full days in the next week and a half or so, I don't remember exactly the dates yet, but for 4 full days, we're going to have over there all 4 children and all 9 grandchildren. That doesn't happen anywhere on the planet very often for us. So they're going to be there. Mark and Andrea are coming just for 4 days, and Ethan and Rachel are coming for a little longer, and then about halfway through their stay, Ethan and Rachel's that is, our first mission team arrives from Hampton Park. I think there's 17 of them. So from that point on, I'm going to have to just sort of wave at the family because I'll be with the team from that point on. So anyway, it's going to be very, very wonderful chaos, I'm sure. So that happens. And the first team, the Hampton Park team arrives on the 10th. So that's when this stuff is taking place. And I think that's about it. Tomorrow Thursday, I leave early afternoon from Seattle, fly to Frankfurt, and then down to Bilbao. My car's parked there, and then I'll drive myself home. Should be home by Friday evening, late afternoon, evening. I won't be going to the Friday Fellowship, but I will be jumping right onto the train on Saturday morning with the men's Bible study. So from that point on, it's full steam ahead. Hopefully tomorrow on the flight, I'll be able to get a lot of things ready for the weekend. That's what I'm hoping on anyway. Taking a suitcase full of books. Some of them are ours. Some of them are some friends that are wanting to get a bunch of books over there. So I'm actually taking a suitcase, which isn't usual. Okay, I'm going to leave it at that. I can't think of anything else, but it has been a wonderful, wonderful time with Mom and Dad. Never know, life is what it is, and we never know when it might be the last one. So just thanking God that we have the opportunity to come and be with my parents, and just had wonderful time, wonderful conversations, a lot of fun, just day after day of good, loving family time. Okay, I'll let it go at that. Take care. God bless you. Goodbye.